Greetings. Nebteharka here on January the 1st, which is considered the first day of the new year of the Gregorian calendar. And I know a lot of people are excited and making all these resolutions. What are the two main resolutions? To lose weight and to make money, to be better off financially and accomplish certain goals, right? Well, interestingly enough, when we start looking at the Gregorian calendar, and I like to provide some information that may be able to help you resolve things a lot better this year than you did the previous year during this time period. Okay, a lot of the philosophies that I talk about come from Olmec and Mayan cosmology. And what's exciting about that is the way that these indigenous populations follow calendrical systems. It affected their mind in a way to evolve into the greater capacity for telepathy and these different type of things. So that's what got me interested in it. But also I found some discrepancies in the Gregorian calendar related to, if you're a person that wants to evolve and accomplish all these things, I think you will really find some incredible value in what I say. So let's just look at the Gregorian calendar and the history of it. It started in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII, and it was started as a continuance of the Julian calendar from Julius Caesar. But the change came about for a number of reasons. And they call it in the gravest concern. And one of the things that they wanted to change on this calendar was how they accounted for leap years. So what you will find, this calendar started in 1582, October the 4th, 1582, mark that date, mark that time period. And then that date, October 4th, 1582, was on a Thursday. And then they skipped 10 days to account for the leap years that were accounted for incorrectly from the Julian calendar. And so they went from the 4th on a Thursday of October to the 15th. Now, we talk in detail about that gap because you just can't skip consciousness when you link calendrics to consciousness and memory. We know we just can't skip over days like that. They just send us into days. But something even more powerful than that, then we look at now, okay, so why isn't the calendar the first of the year either October the 4th or the 5th or October the 15th after they skipped the 10 days? So we know that capitalism has come into play, and there's some benefits to capitalism and there's some challenges with capitalism. But here's the thing that I want you to know about right now. We're in a position that we need to start finding out, what does this calendar actually mean, and should we continue to follow it? And so let's look at, if you think about it, January is what they call the doorway, the god of the doorway. February is an obscure reference to a type of entrails used in divination. March is named after Mars, the god of war. April and May are named after obscure floral goddesses in the springtime. June was named after Juno, the wife of Jupiter. July is named after Julius Caesar. Here's something. Here's a little drama for you. August was named after Augustus Caesar, and August used to be called the month of sextile, which means six. And Augustus Caesar figured if Julius had a month named after him, then Augustus also wanted a month named after himself as well. So he changed sextile into August. And at that time, it only had 30 days. And in February, right, had 29. So they took one day from February. That's why February has 28 days. And he took the 29th day from February and added it to August, so it would have 31 days, just like Julius Caesar did in July. This is the calendar that we're following. Nobody ever questions it, but we celebrate. But what are we celebrating? And so looking for ways to say, okay, why do I follow it? Why do I resolve things with something that's created like this? I want to identify things that's going to encourage my consciousness to expand and elevate so that I can then evolve and then resolve. Let's look at what September means. We know Septem means 7, but it's the 9th month. October means 8, but it's the 10th month. November means 9, but it's the 11th month. And December means 10, but it's the 12th month. So we are following a calendar that's not aligned numerically. It doesn't really align with the cosmos. And so if you want to advance your mind beyond the programming of this calendar, that when you start to look at it, and I know why people don't want to look at it, because we don't want it not to make sense and figure out we got to do something different. But knowing this can lead you to the next step to say, okay, so what should I focus on now? Okay? And so what I'm telling you is that this Gregorian calendar has reached its end. It's in the gravest concern today, like it was in 1582. And it requires us to learn how to remember something that's a little bit more sophisticated so that we can take possession of our full mind and not be programmed or controlled by governmental agencies or different processes that does not help us really grow and evolve. So I'm excited to share this with you today, because once you see this, you may have been making resolutions to an artificial calendar that's not designed to be resolved, that it thrives in things being unresolved and unacquired, right? And unaccomplished. And so what my suggestion is to you is to look at different calendrical cycles that help connect us in our memory to a greater expansion of mind, so that we can now have the energy and the power over our circumstances to accomplish these things. And it really is just following how we really do the things that we do in our path of enlightenment and in our journey of remembrance. So I trust that this is very helpful for you. It was very helpful for me on my journey, and continue to study and make yourself better through personal growth and development. And I will end with this. In Lakesh means I'm another you. Alakim means you are another me. And Hotep, Hetipu, and Namaste. And remember, evolution is the solution. Enjoy your creation. Peace.